not normally going downstate and having to work on looking at things from a more regional perspective.
Well, we're trying to change. We're trying to, if you're gonna walk, what is it, walk the walk and talk the talk, whatever that phrase is. It's the same thing.
You got to get involved, and Munster's always been
we're always
involved.
trying to do that.
But I think Munster's involved probably on a lower level. We've always had lobbyists down there. We have lobbyists that are working behind the scenes to help work with the legislators. And this one's really, really passionate with us because it is for the whole good of Lake County. And that's what I said last year and this year. It's for everyone, because we've had some callers here that said, well, I live in Hessville, and why should I pay money to help Munster? Well, it's not just Munster. It's all of Lake County. And Gary needs a big amount of help. And I've talked with Mayor Karen about this, and she's behind this 100%. We need to do this, and we have sections of this levee that have been decertified outside of Munster in Lake County, and it is a item that has to be taken care of, and it will be an economic stimulus for Lake County to have the Little Calumet all completely set up so that the flood shed is contained, the water plane is contained, and the floods are contained.
Yeah, and I would say, anybody who questions why they're trying to get this passed, go to one of the Little Cal meetings and actually listen to them when they're talking about no money. I mean, they're talking about these various pumps, where are we going to get the money to take care of these things, and everything's starting to get decertified. And one of the other things is that Bill Baker said earlier was, this is from the 80s. I mean, I'm driving here to work, and I'm like, man, I graduated in the 80s.
And actually,
and it's still not done.
You listen to Beverly Coombs, this is actually going back 50 years. This started in the 60s, talking about this.
Joe Kotzer tells me in late 50s that, it was first
on,
going on. So, but I guess what I'm getting at is that, it's kind of just happening today. We're talking working together in law enforcement, working together on a Little Cal. I mean, it's kind of nice to hear that people are forced to work together. Is my point on that.
Well, you know what? It's like we've said before. We need to have a unified front when we go down there, and if we don't, we're not going to get anything back here. And if we don't change that, nothing's going to change down in Indianapolis. So we've got to start. And hey, this is not a major bill, but it has to get done. We need the funding, and I don't care any way you want to slice it. You need to get money to maintain that river. Period.
The irony of this is we are asking the state legislature to give us the opportunity to levy a fee against ourselves. It isn't like we're asking money from the state legislature. They've already given us what they're going to give us. This is coming from Lake County. We're asking our residents to contribute to this. But I think it's a good thing. I feel it's a very good thing because you have to have an ongoing funding source to take care of the operations and maintenance of the Little Calumet River.
209-845-1100. Let's take a call from Bruce to Dave Nellums and Dr. Andy Colteritis. Hey, Bruce.
Hello. Hey, how you doing this morning?
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Why don't we just not waste all that money on fireworks 1 or 2 years and get that levee repaired? All the communities, y'all say you want to bind together. Well, why don't you just stop blowing up all your money?
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Bruce.
Fireworks is, I like them.
Well, we do need to have some recreational activities too. It's just not just maintaining, the river or whatnot. I mean, geez, if you stop blowing up things, all right, then what's the 4th of July about? What are you gonna do? Walk around and just wave a little piece of paper? But that makes absolutely no sense. So sorry.
Okay. Well, hey, you know what? Let's see if we can move off of that for a while. I mean, obviously it's a big deal. Now, just to finish that, Dave, anybody going down on Thursday?
Yes.
Who's
yes. We're set up right now. Councilman Simonetto, Tom DiGiulio, and myself. At this point, the three of us, and possibly Councilman Reed. John Reed will be going.
Okay, and you guys are going to make your voice heard again?
Yes, we'll do everything we can. We'll talk to them before, after. If we can talk during the sessions, if they allow us to do any testimony, we'll have our name in there and stand up and be counted.
All right, let's move on. Do we want to take this or no? No, we're not. All right, let's move on. What else going on in Munster?
Well, what I wanted to talk about, and it was very good to have Attorney Cap in here talking about police and working with everything. The Munster Town Council has approved to move forward with acquiring a canine so we can have a canine division in Munster. We've been asking for assistance from Highland and Cherville and Dyer and also the city of Hammond regarding a dog. Munster is now working to have their own dog, and we're going to be going out for contributions and letting residents know that they can contribute towards having a dog, which is going to help us.
In what way?
It will help us in terms of if we have a stop on the street where you can have a dog come by and evaluate whether there is probable cause for us to do a further investigation. And also you can send a dog in to check out an area prior to the officers going there to see what might be going on in advance.
So up until this point, you guys have been mostly using Highlands?
We have to borrow a dog. We have to call and ask
If
for a
everyone's
dog.
available.
Whoever has a dog that's available. And we'll also make our dog available to other communities.
219-845-1100. Tony, you're on with Dave Nellums and Dr. Andy Colteritis.
Good morning, Councilman.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tony.
Great idea having a dog. You can sniff out all that dope before it gets on the street.
Absolutely.
That's the game plan.
Another thing, I hope you're aware of that next Monday going to start reducing the lanes on Indianapolis Boulevard, and you know what that means. They're going to start with that bridge.
There'll be more traffic pushed out on other alternate routes for sure.
And I hope you got some kind of game plan to keep that traffic moving, especially on Calumet Avenue.
We try our best.
You know what? You're right. Calumet's going to be just a
bear.
Calumet, Kennedy.
Yep.
They're going to be
It's all
looking
going
for
to
all
back
the
up on 8094.
Yeah, and even Columbia is going to be a problem.
So we got something to look forward to next Monday. Be on the alert.
All right, Mr. All right, Mr. Sunshine.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. 219-845-1100. Let's go to line 3 with Mike. Hi, Mike.
Hey guys, hey Mr. Sunshine, it's good, Jed. Hey, I'm not so sure that cat Bruce wasn't too far off the mark. Can we find a way of perhaps just celebrating with like the old days, with picnics and parades and like clip some of the waste and gather together. I'm sure there's some things that we could do to get some of this funding other than rely upon them downstate constantly for things like that.
All right,
I
thanks
don't
a
know
lot.
what's spent on fireworks every year, but I'm assuming it's quite a bit of money. You got all these different municipalities. I don't know if he's that far off the mark.